What's going on, everybody? It is Alpha here, and we are here looking at the Year 1 Season 2.3 patch notes for XDEFIANT. I did a video like this before, but this time I'm just going to only do just the patch notes to talk about it, have a little discussion about it, and just go from there. All right, going into XDEFIANT with the patch notes, let's see. We're going to look at everything. We're going to check everything out. Probably some questions I got, but hopefully nothing is crazy, nothing is insane, and also hopefully no drastic changes. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's look at the gameplay. Added a new quick play button to the main menu so players can bypass the pomp and circumstance and jump right into the action. I remember it was in the beta. The beta had it at first where you can just hit quick play and immediately jump into a match. But then at some point, I'm guessing between the beta and the release, they took that option out and it was just a play feature. And when you hit play, it pulls up, the modes and you're able to do a custom one, or you just select a mode and you'd have to like queue up and wait to get into a game. So this one immediately puts you in there. So it's cool. It's almost like doing the welcome playlist, but the only difference is like, obviously you're not playing at lower levels. Now it's just like broad out there, which I think is really good. That's cool. All right, the next thing, widen the entry angle from which a player facing a ledge can mantle it from 120 degrees to 140 degrees. In other words, now players shouldn't have to directly face a ledge to mantle it. Also restored missing player animations when mantling an object while wielding the Spaz 12. Okay, that's good. So with the Spaz 12, I have noticed that where like I'd be running, like sprinting or whatever I'm doing, and then I mantle a wall or a fence or something, and somehow my shotgun is missing. I don't know why. I don't know why my shotgun was missing, but I'm guessing it's like, the state machines and the animations was basically a state machine is a series of animations that play in a specific like role. When it comes to state machines is basically something from Unreal, from knowledge from Unreal. It's a whole classification. It's like, just think of a giant container, and then inside you just have a series of, gears working together and everything. And basically the gears are your animations. If one doesn't work, it completely destroys the whole thing. I am very, very curious of how that disconnect happened. Was it like, hey, this animation was playing, but it's already like, you're already on the ledge and you're sprinting. So does it just immediately stop that animation and just like go with another one and not load the weapon in? So I'm wondering the coding behind that. That's very interesting. Yeah, I want to say this when it comes to the wide angle. It doesn't seem like it's that far wide. At least it's not like, from 180 to like 270 or anything like that, or I'm sorry, 90 to 270. So it's not like this. It's still this, but it's not like this, which is good because I don't want to like bunny hop or like hop to kill an enemy. But if I'm next to a ledge, it makes me climb the ledge. I don't want. Hopefully that doesn't happen. We'll have to figure that out later on when we play. Players were inflicting melee damage if they triggered the attack while facing away from their opponent, but turned toward them before the melee animation completed. Now players will only inflict melee damage if they are targeting an opponent when the melee animation reaches its moment of impact. Okay, or usually when you hit somebody with a shotgun or something like that, obviously the first shot's not going to kill them. Sometimes it doesn't kill them. So, but they're super weak. So what you do is usually people panic melee. They like click the stick or press a key on their keyboard and they get the melee. Well, the thing is, I've noticed when I shoot somebody with the M44, when I was doing that whole run, I would shoot somebody with the M44 and they would like try to hit me with a pistol, and I would just like melee, but I would like run past them and it would count as a melee. So now with the patches, the butt of the weapon has to be like in the view of the person. It has to be like in front of them. If it doesn't, it counts as a miss. So that's good, because I know there was somewhat of a disconnect there and people were like, how did I get melee and stuff? And sometimes I'm like, how? I didn't kill the person. So it's very interesting. So that's good. All right. So the next one, players were earning twice the intended amount of Battle Pass XP for completing a linear match. Now they earn the intended amount. People weren't getting enough XP. If you guys remember this like a few months back, there's an issue where people weren't getting enough XP, where like a lot of people would quit the game before the match ended, or they wouldn't play out a match. So what they would do is you would have, I think it was like 2,000 just for like playing the match, and then you'd have another 2,000 for finishing the match. So I'm guessing they're cutting that down. I'm not sure if it's going to be 3,000. I don't know if it's going to be, I'm not sure if it's going to be like 3,000, if it's going to be 2,000, where it's like, 1,000, 1,000 or what. So that one's very interesting to see. But I know it's just because a lot of people were having a hard time going through the battle passes, but nowadays the battle pass is super simple to just like go through it quick. It's like, I didn't have to burn through any tokens and I have way too many. So hopefully that gets changed and hopefully we can get more weapon XP because that's something that we all need. Now we're getting into the factions. The Highwaymen saw launcher blades were killing players, then killing them again right after they respawn. The textbook definition of a buzzkill. They no longer do that. Okay, now let's see. The next one is the saw launcher no longer kills players within the Medico Supremo's field of soothing health mist without ricocheting to deliver a second and fatal blow. Okay, so yeah, so these blades here would have an issue. I don't know if you've seen it, if like in my videos or streams, or if anybody else's videos or streams, but when a Highwayman uses their ult, which shoots the saw blades out and is like bouncing around and everything, you die instantly. But then when you spawn in with 50 health or you die again, which was the most infuriating thing I can think of. So I'm glad that they fixed that. So now you don't, when you spawn in, you don't spawn in with 50 health and you get popped with a Desert Eagle and then that's it, it's game, right? So I'm glad they fixed that. And then the second part when they're talking about with the Medico Supremo is basically the healing ult that Libertad has. Now, that used to be the cheese, but now they passed the cheese. Now we got to think of another way how to kill them, because instead of the blade, like shooting the blade at them and it kills them while they're in there, it only drops their health down to half. And then if the blade bounces back and hits them again, then they die, which I think might be a problem, because if you are in the mist and you get hit with the blade and it, and it hits a wall and comes back, by that time you might already be fully healed again to like 200 health. So then it would take another hit for the player. So I'm not entirely sure about that one. I'm not sure if like the health will come back quick and then like, it'll just like boom, another 100 and like keep bouncing until then, or what. So I got to figure out how that's going to actually work in the game, which will be like later on in the streams and stuff. Something with GS Commandos, or what I say is GSKs, because I mean everybody says GSK. But anyway, they said that the Flash Shield Ultra is now ready to go the moment its status bar is full, at which point the bar turns green. Previously, the status bar stayed red for a beat before turning green. I've never seen this, but then again, I haven't been using GSKs. I've been using GSKs now, but I haven't seen where it's like you pull out the shield and then like you have to wait for the light to turn green to activate the flash. So that's a pretty cool little thing to give like a notice of like, hey, the flash is ready. You can go ahead and like hit the button and flash a player. So that's pretty cool. So maps, players no longer see the incorrect map cinematic displayed when joining a match in progress. I knew it. I knew it. So I don't know if you guys remember during the streams, but I remember playing, I was like playing these different matches because I was trying to get the Stellar event. Yeah, the Stellar event challenges, where it's like you had to do some stuff in air and space. And then the thing is, you couldn't do everything in air and space because there's some parts that were bugged. It was okay. It got fixed. But I was playing like Domination. I was playing Occupy. I was playing Bomb, things like that. When I selected the modes, and sometimes it showed air and space, and I'm like, okay, air and space, boom, it's there. But when I get into the game, it's actually, I'm playing at Rockefeller, or I'm playing at like the clubhouse or something. And I'm like, wait a minute, I thought I was playing at air and space, which great map. I don't care what anybody says. I love that map. So it was very interesting to really see that. Okay, so I knew my eyes weren't deceiving me. And I knew I wasn't crazy. I was like, oh, okay, that's what it is. All right, fixed line of sight issues on Clubhouse, Rockefeller, Daytona, and Pueblito maps that let players see the names of other players through obstructions. Okay. So I'm guessing when it's like, if they're behind a wall, like, or crouched behind a wall, like you can see, like you'd be able to still see their name. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't really have an issue with like line of sight stuff. Or is it like when they're behind, like, I don't know, like a little bush or something, like does their name not pop up? Is that what was going on? I'm not sure if anybody experienced that issue. So let me know. Let me know about that. All right, now we're going into the game modes. The game modes, we got bomb. Two things in bomb. So first one is players joining a bomb game in progress. We're given a chilling glimpse of the bottomless firmament that lies beyond the reassuringly corporeal walls of XDEFIANT's combat domains. But good news, the spectator cam no longer clips through the environment to peer into the soulless void. Okay, fix a failure of spectator cam and HUD functionality when joining a bomb match in progress. CTF! Xbox Series X players were getting a little progress bump on the achievement winner every time they return the enemy flag to their base in CTF. That achievement is only supposed to progress after winning 10 matches and has now been fixed. So they got some stuff in ranked. They said hitting the play button from the ranked mode screen before that mode is available no longer displays a preview of the currently selected rewards tier. Okay. Not bad. Let's see. Fix the play button on the ranked mode menu screen so it no longer remains selectable for players banned temporarily because they quit ranked matches 3 times in a row, which incurs a 1-hour ban from them playing ranked mode. Oh, okay. Now we got weapons. Now let's see what they did with weapons. Players now earn progression XP for their current equipped weapon when scoring objective points earned for killing the flag carrier in CTF or taking out a package, pushers in escort, etc. So now we don't have to, I mean, a lot of people are focusing on trying to get the kills and stuff in, you know, with sniper rifles. The struggle I had with the M44, but we got that to titanium prisma. Thank goodness. Hallelujah. But now people don't have to deal with that, with just only getting the kills or getting assists that counts as a kill anymore. Now it's just, as long as you play the objective with the weapon out, cool, you get XP with it. That's cool. That's actually very helpful. And also when there's double XP weekend where you can like add a XP token to it and get that quad XP. Oh man, that thing is gonna be racking up. So I know now people are gonna be playing Occupy, people are gonna be playing Domination and like really playing the objectives, which is good. I like that. Lowered the rates of fire for the AK-47 and the ACR 6.8 by 25 rounds per minute respectively. So I'm guessing AK, well, ACR was like, it was still, I would say it was spitting bullets, but it was still hitting and it was really good. We'll have to see that. Hopefully it's like 25 rounds per minute. I wonder how it would work with the rapid barrel, with the muzzle booster. Also, like, is it the same RPM as a heavy barrel? And if so, if you add a heavy barrel to it, then what's going to be the RPM now? Because you lose 10% rate of fire, I believe, like 10 or 15% rate of fire. So that's going to be interesting. Players can no longer pick up weapons while in the middle of switching them, or conversely switch weapons in the middle of picking up a new one. This quality of life fix also eliminates a bug that could sometimes turn a player's weapon invisible while performing weapon switching and pick up simultaneously. Ooh, okay. Pyroclastic weapon skin now unlocks at 500 as intended. What does the smokes do? Smoke grenades make their debut on the battlefield. This new grenade type sows confusion among your opponents, blocking their line of sight while disabling aim assist. AI targeted skills such as scrap turrets and spider bots, enemy outlines, and the minimap. Also comes in handy for hiding an aggressive push or just adding a touch of chaotic je ne sais quoi to the battlefield. Dang, I hit that really good. Okay, so you throw a smoke grenade, you lose line of sight. If you're a controller player on PC or console, whatever, during that time you won't have aim assist. It gets disabled and you're pretty much screwed. From what I saw this, I remember because I saw Clued commenting on it. He's like, oh, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna be a dead sec. Because remember, they get the grenades that constantly spawn, like they spawn back or they recharge. He's gonna throw a grenade, throw a smoke grenade, and then he's gonna throw a spider bot down. The spider bot doesn't affect you in the smoke because they can't see. It's still cool. But the thing is having that combination is gonna be dangerous. It's gonna be very dangerous because I want to say it's gonna be a kryptonite, but it's like if there's a smoke grenade, it's like the first thing that a controller player is gonna do is just get away from it. Now, my other question is, with the smoke grenade, like for that effect, for like spider bots not to see you, for turrets not to see you, what is the actual radius of that smoke grenade? Of like, you know, if you barely step out, does the turret see you? Does the spider bot see you? You have to fully be in it. Is there like a somewhat of a little buffer to get you, like, you know, where it's like, hey, they still can't see you type of thing? And that's what I'm wondering. So again, something I have to test out. We have something on netcode. Further reductions to netcode bandwidth, an ongoing process. You can read more about why bandwidth reduction is so important in our year 1 update. So it's not a one and done thing. I know a lot of people have been talking about this game saying they need to fix the bandwidth. They need to fix this. They need to fix that. Like, or not bandwidth, but the netcode this, netcode that. I know we're all tired of getting shot behind a wall. You know, we're already around the corner, like already like 5 steps in, and like we still die around the corner for some reason. I understand that, but it's something that's being worked on. At least they show progress, like, hey, like, you know, we're working on it still. But it's not a one and done thing. It's not like, oh, you just fix it like that. It takes some time. So that's cool. I like that they are showing some improvement with the netcode. So again, all these things we're gonna have to figure this out when we play the game the next time. And also I want to add this one thing too. When it comes to the netcode, at least I would rather deal with this netcode right now than what it was in, no offense, but Call of Duty. Call of Duty has this issue that happens, and I'm sorry I'm sidetracking, that netcode would be like good and bad at the same time, but then somehow when they work on the next game and ready to promote the next game, the netcode goes to crap. And I mean like packet bursts, packet loss constantly, and then you get booted out of the game, which counts as losses, or you lose progress on whatever you're doing. And it's very annoying, especially if you played zombies or when you played DMZ. When that stuff happened, it was the worst because you lost everything, and it was so horrible. All right. Oh, audio. Let's see here. Echelon's digital ghillie suit was silencing players' footsteps as well as turning them invisible, which seemed like an unrealistic and unreasonable level of stealth. So now cloaked agents have audible footsteps again. So yeah, it sucked where you couldn't hear an Echelon person coming up to you. But the thing is, the ghillie suit made so much noise that I can still hear. I hear the woo woo woo. You know, you guys know what I mean, right? The whole woo 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 noise. I can hear that, and when I look at my mini map, I'm like, I have nobody near me, and I hear that noise. That means somebody's creeping up to me. So then I turn around and just like, usually I can see somewhat of a blur or like distorted look that moves across my screen, and I just blast it. I just shoot at it, and usually I get them. So, but it's cool. So now it's not like a ghillie suit is dead silence. Now you have footsteps as well as the ghillie suit sound. Interesting. Okay. Tone down the sound of exploding spider bots so it's more realistic and appropriate in tighter spaces. Also, spider bot footsteps and servo noises cease once the little buggers commence face hugging. Now we're on the miscellaneous. Upon completing matches, players were seeing unlock notifications for faction characters as they were already unlocked. Now they won't see those notifications. Let's go. Let's go. That is good, because that used to make me, it used to irritate me, because it's like I want to just like see where I'm at with my level for my guns and stuff like that, and then just get into the next match. Improved PC performance issues that have crept up since the launch of Season 2, particularly on Emporium map. So I'm guessing there's certain areas where like if you were looking at it, you got frame losses. Oh, wait, yeah. Because I remember talking about this in a stream where it was like when I was playing Emporium, and somehow you would, I mean, I'm talking about graphics settings all shut down to like the lowest thing as possible, like all-time low. But you're running around and your FPS counter would somehow just drop down to like 50 or 90. It's like between 90 and 50, and it's for no reason. And I'm like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? And like, it would just be the worst thing ever. That's good. I'm glad that they fixed that. Now, another thing I wonder if they fixed, which it wasn't implemented in here, but I'm wondering, is when you die, if you have like the frame cap on and you put your menu to 60, and then you have your, you know, main game to like, let's just say 300 frames, you're playing the game, it's at 300 frames, but then when you die, it drops down to 60, as if when you died, it's like you're in the menu, which you're not. So I wonder if they fix that, because the issue, what happens there is when you go from 300 to 60, you die and then you respawn, you have to wait for your frames to catch back up to the 300 again, which is kind of annoying. So I wonder if they fix that, or if they know about the issue and they're going to address it. So I'm just curious about that. Fixed an issue preventing the mouse from locking to the game window when playing on a second monitor. And then they said this, the XDEFIANT starter pack in the in-game store displayed as an offered expired tag, when in fact the offer has not expired. Ah, okay. And then we got crash fixes and various. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's good. I'm glad that they did that. All right, that's it for me, guys. I am going to get some water because it is hot in here. I can't believe it is October and it's still humid in Florida. So, but it is Florida. But yeah, also I'm probably gonna play some more ranked, but I need to get onto the leaderboard for season 2 and get that top 500 so I can get a cool skin or weapon skin, because I missed the last one and I'm pretty sad about it because we can't get that anymore. So anyway, that's it for me, guys. I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys so much. And it's Alpha Chino, and I'll see you guys later. All right, peace.